Morning, call the facilities meeting to order. Everyone would jump for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag, of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right. Everybody's had a chance to look over the agenda. I'll look for a motion to approve that.
I'll make the motion to approve the agenda.
I'll support.
Okay, we have motion support. We'll accept the agenda. Right into Nick with the update.
All right, so we've got a signed maintenance contract for the generators now. They are gonna be starting, they're supposed to give us a time in July. We've got two of the units, the one at 911 and courthouse, they're both 24 years old. So they say they have a life expectancy of 30 years. But then I was told it's usually about 25 to 26 from a different. So we're kind of on the verge, but with this program, they're gonna do a load test on it, so they can actually tell us, this is how much this generator will put out and before it fails. So at least we'll know what kind of shape, how fast we'll need to get, replaced if need be. And yesterday I did a walkthrough with Wolverine. They're gonna give us a quote for replacing the one at the courthouse, the jail, not the jail, 911. And then they're also giving us a quote to put one at the annex, just so we'll have the numbers if that's something that we choose to do. They had the location, the first maintenance spot, so we didn't have to pour any pads. That was kind of discussed, but I told them, I said, this is totally you giving us numbers, and I go back with the numbers, and then we have, discussion about placement, what all, involved. I've actually got homework. This building actually has 2 meter services, and I get 1 power bill. So not really sure why we have 2 meters. That's what I've got to find out. I'm sure. That's something that we need to get worked out so we can cut that bill down. So that's kind of still in the process. I still got, some homework to do on that. We did complete the pool shutdown. We've got a double door in the back that's ordered. During this time, construction season, it's 6 to 8 weeks, depending on time, manufacturers. And then we've got a couple light bulbs, but I'm gonna have to rent a lift to do that, or unless me and Eric can get together and find some equipment that we can both use, because that's ideally, we'd like to get something that we can move around on the trailer. We can use it at the pool and use it at the jail. But at the jail, we're needing 24 foot to get in some of those gymnasiums, some of the cell blocks to get up to that height. So it's kind of an ordeal trying to find something that'll fit through a commercial door and get up to 26 foot. So still working on that. We did get both estimates for the duct cleaning that we were talking about last meeting. I turned all that into Jesse. Sandovac, which is in, I believe, Grand Rapids, they come in at $16,500. And then we had Service Master come give us a quote. Theirs is $14,500, and will receive pictures of the inside of our ductwork as included with their price. So at least if we go that route, they'll at least run a camera, and Sandovac didn't have that option on there. So I did get the AED ordered for the parks, the right ones this time, and we got batteries and pads for them. Pads are going to be for 2 years. And I spoke with Kevin Osborne at these parks. If these AED machines are not brought in the winter, if they're left outside in the elements, those batteries, you're going to be lucky to get 3 years out of them. If they're in controlled environments, 4, possibly 4.5 years. These batteries are $500 a piece. So I think we really got to step up this year and make sure that these are in controlled environments, so we're getting the most bang for a buck.
Yeah.
I mean, $500 a battery, I mean, that's kind of high.
Yep.
We got the parks trailer serviced, everything's, the chains are on, all the lights work. The tires, they do show signs of dry rot, but, you know, I think it'll be good hauling, you know, light equipment, but I don't know if I'd go put some big equipment on there with the shape of the tires in, but he has been made aware of it, and they said they'll, you know, adjust it when they can, so.
Is that a 2-axle?
Yes, sir. Let's see. And then the airport, we're doing good out there. We had that, service come in. We paid $3,600 and they got one half of it cleared out, mulched up. But now I've got a big pile of mulch that's in the right of way. And I know we were talking about either parks getting it or something, but the size of the mulch is not gonna be good for playgrounds, around buildings. I mean, they're big chunks. Some of them are long shredded pieces. I mean, it'd be ideal for what the parks are doing with the paths that they're doing. But it's like I told Jesse, I think we need, if the parks are gonna go that route, we need to get a truck in there and just move the pile directly from where it's at now. Cause I'm afraid if we go in there moving that pile, we're gonna lose a good percentage of that. So now we're gonna have a mulch pad at the airport site, which there is a lot of salt sand out there. I mean, it wouldn't be bad, but I mean, I know we could do a lot more with that pile before it gets moved. So I think if we can get that arranged so they can come out, get that pile moved, I think the county would benefit more from that than us just getting it out of the way for now, pushing it to the side and doing it that way.
Where's that pile at?
I sent Jesse pictures of it, but it's right now, when you pull into, you've been down there at that site. So when you go through the gate and you're pulling forward, it's literally right on that easement road. A
Okay,
little bit off to the side, but they've got room to get back to the hunt camp if need be. We made sure they had a clean path to get through there, but it is right there in that middle part.
okay.
And I'm still working with IT, trying to get the cameras in the fairground bathroom. Hadn't had no major incidents. We've had a couple, I don't know, they went in there, they ripped the shower curtain off the wall and shoved it in the trash can, and I didn't take obliged to pull it out to see why they did it, but so I'd like to see that done sooner than later, just so we can have, at least know who's coming in our bathrooms, you know. Middle of the night, people are coming in, going out, and I've got a ring camera, but it only catches so much. But I think we would at least benefit knowing who's coming in the doors. I'm still working with Jesse on the camper that we got at the fairgrounds. I've sent in pictures of it, but I was told that thing may leak. So I'm do we set it out at the fairgrounds, knowing that it might leak? Or I know there's issues that were discovered once Kevin brought it back to us, that I guess it wasn't like that in that original state. So I guess that's my question. When we put that out there, do we want to open it up so everybody can see, or do we want to keep it behind the hog barn underneath the awning now? Do it online, and we've got plenty of pictures, and you know, if somebody's serious about it, they can come over there, but I just don't know about sticking it out there if that thing's leaking.
Yeah,
So what are we doing with it? We're selling it?
I think
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Trying to
they
sell
need
it.
Sell it.
Okay,
And I know the original price was $7,500, but some point in time in the 3 years it's been out there, somebody's hit the camper, there's marks on the side, and then somebody has caulked. I mean, all the way around, I mean, it looks terrible. But I mean, somebody's tried to fix it, but I mean, the floor is spongy in the back where it was leaking. And of course, nobody reported to, you know, park management or anybody saying, hey, the camper's leaking. They just tried to fix it themselves, and so
okay.
I guess we got discussing to do about that one. And then the red truck that we have from the parks, we've got it at the fairgrounds. For the time being, I'm gonna add that in with our maintenance checklist every week, just so that truck's being fired up. being run, you know, make sure everything's still, it's just not sitting there. But I guess my question is, the plow, I believe it's at Long Blade. Do we need to keep the plow with the truck?
I would think so.
That's what I'm thinking. So I think we make sure if we wanted to go out, hook the, you know, plow up to it and bring everything back.
Yeah. Is that the truck that was at Wordus?
Yeah,
Yeah, I would do that. I'd get the plow on it and make sure everything works.
okay,
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're not using it, just leave them together.
right.
Yeah.
That way is you know, everything's there. And like I said, we're putting it on our weekly until we figure out what we're gonna do with it. That way at least being started every week, oil check, lights, you know, the whole nine. So,
Was that slated to go somewhere?
see, I don't know.
There's a lot of there's a lot of
I thought there was-
dysfunction
Talk of it.
in the
going-
vehicle assignments.
And
I don't know.
Kevin's planning on running that park all, you know, are they still looking to hire? I'm not sure, but I know that was Sunken Lake's vehicle.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of,
Do they have one now?
I don't think they have.
No, they don't have one now. Yeah,
They don't have a vehicle.
they're looking at hiring, but I don't think they've gotten anybody yet.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Okay.
And I've got one guy, we've already fixed Long Lake's water tower.
Oh,
We tore it apart,
okay.
rebuilt all the insides. I get a picture yesterday, either somebody, they said it looks like it's been cut. I don't know who, you know, it's right there in front of the house. Somebody would have heard a sawzall or something to cut that copper line. But I don't know if somebody's run over it or what, but I've got one of my guys out there right now trying to fix it. And I told him, do not leave that place until there's cones, cylinder blocks, something out there until maintenance can get out there. I want to put some bollards up, you know, just so it's not as easy, because it comes right out of the ground. And if we don't have something around there, this is gonna be a continuous problem. And, you know, that brand new one of those is $2,000.
Mhm.
We've got it fixed for about $30 in parts so far. So if we don't get that thing protected and fixed, it's gonna get ruined, and then we're gonna wind up having to spend the 2,000 for a whole new setup. So that's gonna be on my list. Soon as we get some time, I wanna go out there and put them bollards in and get it protected more.
I have a bunch of pipe,
Okay,
8-inch and 6-inch stainless pipe if you need some.
okay.
And we can dig a hole and drive it in and fill it.
Yeah, we took some scrap metal from the back of the truck barn yesterday, just some of the odd and end stuff. There was some bigger pipes back there, so we saved that just for that purpose.
Okay.
Especially if we're talking about getting generators and stuff, we're gonna need bollards.
Mhm.
A lot of places, so.
Yeah.
I've kind of got that to the side, so we won't have to buy that.
Okay.
I know you can buy the cardboard ones that, you know, Home Depot, you build the concrete, but I think if we had those steel pipe in there and didn't do the concrete, I think would be better and it'd be long term, so.
Mhm.
Yep.
I believe that's all I got.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Move on to the Northern Lights Arena.
I don't know if you guys really probably even know why we're here today. We have a dehumidifier that starting to have an issue, or it, I don't know, I guess if you can picture a wheel or a pizza and it's cut into quarters, the dehumidifier has basically a paper element inside of it. And I had noticed that it had started to deteriorate last year, year before that, actually. So we got a quote to get it replaced. And at that time, the quote was $17,000. So we've been kind of limping it along and watching it or paying attention to it, but a quarter of it now has failed. And so we've got to do something with it or replace it. And I've got them working on another quote. I've got to get some pictures back to them today, some other stuff, but at this time of the year, this is probably something that normally when we have a project like this or something, we'll pay for it and then we get reimbursed out of the surcharge. I guess the biggest thing on this, they're 4 to 6 weeks out, and it's at this time of the year, it's something that I would probably like to directly have the county pay out of the surcharge instead of us trying to pay it and come back to it. So that was probably, I guess, the biggest thing that we wanted to try and get with you guys and communicate. And we'll email you this old quote and then the new one also as well, but the quotes from Climate by Design, who actually originally installed the equipment. And it would be, it would involve them building the new piece, bringing it, and two guys being on site for a couple of days, taking the unit apart and then putting it back together to get us back up and running. Like I say, it's still working right now, but not to full capacity. So it's just something that we need to get replaced, but kind of wanted to get with you guys and kind of let you know where we're at with it and what's going on.
Is that something that we could get another quote on from like Weinkauf or something?
Well, we could try, I suppose. I mean, this is like it's a stainless steel drum that's about 48 inches across, that spins on a chain. I mean, I have found other companies that make them. But I don't know that they're, it's, if they're gonna be the same or what,
Okay,
it's something this company had engineered specifically, obviously, for, their unit. I have found other stuff out there that companies make these wheels or whatnot, but I don't know if it's gonna be more or less to retrofit into something, or something that, this is something I'm assuming they can pull up plans and go, oh, hey, this is what we did. If I get another company involved, they're gonna have to send somebody out, measure, figure it out in the field,
okay.
design, redesign it or design it themselves and get put back in. So,
I know that usually our protocol is something over $5,000. We try to get at least two quotes,
yep,
three if we can. So I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea to at least reach out to Weinkauf and
Yep.
see if they do anything like that, or if they offer, or if there's another vendor that you are familiar with. Just so we have,
I'll probably try and reach out to Lakeshore. That's who did most of the mechanical plumbing and
okay,
installation of that stuff. So I don't know if they'll do something like this or commercial,
okay,
stuff like this. And obviously they're gonna have to subcontract the construction, I guess, of the dehumidifier or dehumidification wheel that is inside of it. So,
and it may not be something that they even want to do, but
yep,
with it being that dollar amount, we should reach out to them and see what they offer, if they can do anything. So,
yeah, and I can reach out, like I say, I've found some other companies that, for whatever reason, it seems like Alabama, there's a bunch of them, but I guess humidity is probably a big thing down there.
Right.
But, I can reach out to them and see if they'll quote it.
yeah, we probably should. If nothing else, just to keep the other guys honest.
Yep,
So,
yep,
okay. Yeah, so, and if you want to do that, you can, send me and Jesse an email with the quotes, and we can try to expedite some stuff to get it moving. So we're not waiting a month and a month and a month,
yep,
So,
all right,
yeah, the upfront payment is something that we'll have to run by the full board. And I can make sure and get that on the agenda for next week. We have a full board meeting Tuesday. It's actually at 1 o'clock. I just noticed, not in the afternoon.
It's 5:30.
In here it's at 1. Okay, I'll double check. So sometime next Tuesday, we have a full board meeting. So we'll get it on there for that. At least we can clarify the payment. And with any luck, maybe you'll have some information by then. And
yep,
maybe one of you can come and, we can try to put that to bed.
yep, all right. Sounds good.
Okay, great.
I appreciate it.
So.
But wait, just a quick question. When you say the surcharge, are you talking about the use and rec? No, okay.
No, there's, So Northern Lights Arena has, any event that we have at the ice rink, that has paid attendance, we pay the, surcharge $1 for each attendee. And that just goes into a fund that's held by the county.
For repairs and such like that. Okay, okay.
There's just short of $150,000 in there right now, but, we would actually like it to be a lot more than that, obviously. As well as I'm sure you guys would, for, it's there basically for stuff like this.
Right. Yep.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an expensive building with lots of stuff aging.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff inside of it that could potentially cost this or a lot more.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, I guess the other thing about this is I guess to talk to the other commissioners, normally in order for us to use the surcharge, we're supposed to have spent $6,000 previous to that happening. And I think we're probably short of the 6,000 right now. Not a bunch short.
Okay.
I know that's just part of the kind of the language on that.
That for this.
Okay. So with that said, you're a little bit concerned for cash flow reasons about the remainder of the 6,000 as well? Okay,
Well, that's why we've been kind of holding off on spending money,
sure.
as of, at this time of the year. We're actually, now that we're past May is usually our thinnest month.
Okay.
And we actually made money still in May, so that's now we're beyond that and things are starting to pick back up for the season, so we'll start to get a little more comfortable or be more comfortable with where we're at, but it's just, July and August are a tough time of the year for us to spend a ton of money, it's right before our season starts and
Yep.
cash flow isn't at its best at that time.
Sure. Okay. I'm sure that we can come up with something, we don't want to prolong that to where you get into a season when we need it and then we're waiting and waiting. So, all right, I'll get with Jesse and he's listening in on Zoom. He's home under the weather, but we'll get that in motion and try to get some answers on Tuesday.
Okay,
So, all right, thanks for the heads up.
yeah, thanks,
Appreciate it. See you then.
appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, since Jesse's not here, I'll fill in for him unless Jesse would like to chime in on Zoom.
Hold on.
Okay, so the scrap metal at the fairgrounds. I guess what I'll do, and I would invite any of the other commissioners if they so choose. I'll take a ride by there and see what we're dealing with here. I mean, a lot of it does look like scrap metal, but a lot of it looks like junk.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of the, I don't know which pictures that you got, but a lot of the stuff on the back, that's what we went through yesterday. A lot of those steel pipes, stuff like that we went through. Some of it we saved, but a lot of it that was creamed or bent or anything like that, we got rid of it yesterday. That picnic table that was out there, that was, I mean, it's been sitting out there for 10 years. That got gone yesterday so we could have room, but we still got the sections of the docks out there. We kind of called around to a few of the dock companies, hey, would y'all like to buy these or these? But we're kind of getting the general, a lot of the dock guys are going, they're building their own docks, they're putting their own docks in, and they're not putting any other product of dock in under their company name.
Yeah,
I guess they're trying to get rid of a lot of the old stuff that's out there, so.
okay.
But it is aluminum, I mean, it'll, even if we do the scrap, I mean, it ought to get more than just regular scrap, but.
Don't they pay you out at the scrapyard if you, yeah.
Yeah.
Make a few $100s.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, I'll,
From what I see, the dock sections are the only thing I think I might have some value outside of that. The rest of it, I'd just get rid of it.
yeah.
We've been
Yeah.
doing the same.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
been cleaning up our own yard.
Yep.
What, the stuff that's inside the barn, is that a bunch of metal shelving and stuff?
It's office dividers that have been sitting out there for years. They've got rat hotels in them. They're just not good to put back in an office. And then that big pile of metal, that's that rotary filing system that we went to Grand Rapids to get. And it wasn't brought down properly. It wasn't stored properly. It just, I don't know. I don't think any one of us are even qualified to get that thing put back together.
Really?
Really, I didn't see that.
That's too bad, because that's like $100,000 worth of stuff.
Right.
I mean, like those like Trevor, oh my God.
Got 6 sections, and I remember
Uh-huh.
they had like a modified floor that they built for it. When we took it down, and it was like, no, they said, take it down, bring it back up here, and that's what we did. We put it in a trailer, brought it back up here, and that's where it sits since it's been there, and that's taken up so much room.
Okay.
So do you need motions for this or what?
I would like to, if possible.
Yeah, I would say,
So I guess I would look for a motion to move forward with, sending this stuff to the scrap and cleaning it out and getting rid of it.
Yeah, I'll make the motion. Get rid of it.
I'll support.
Motion support to get rid of the scrap.
Scrap gets really expensive when you start moving it around.
It does, yeah.
And there are 2 sheds at the fairgrounds and the district health. You got something to say with these, Eric, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm here today. So at the jail, we have several people that come in to our facility, Catholic Human Services. And I hate to say this, but we don't have room for it in our new facility. We actually have 6 people sharing one office. So speaking with Nick, and we could convert these and put them out back and make them like a temporary office. That would actually help us out, but if somebody else has, I don't wanna take something from somebody if it's another good cause. But we can certainly use these if,
So what kind of groups come out there to work with you?
like Catholic Human Services, we have a social worker that comes in. She goes inside the jail and works with inmates. She has an office, well, there's one office that several people share just outside the jail. It was actually built for a lieutenant. We don't have a lieutenant, we let her use it, but there's other people that do similar jobs. They work with inmates. Maybe they're substance abuse counselors that come in periodically. So they're not all in that office at one time, but there's sometimes there's 3 of them.
They're cramped, yeah.
So when they're trying to make private phone calls and that kind of stuff, it gets kind of crowded in there.
Okay.
But these sheds, I mean, we could take the roll-up door out and just stud it in and there's heat in them already. That you could put them out back. They have a key card, they can just come in the door if they need to use the bathroom, and so it would work.
Okay.
Not ideal, but better than what we got.
Are they being used at either location? Right?
The one that's outside the shop has been sitting there since I've been employed, nothing's in it. I think there's some rubber gloves, masks, stuff from when they used it for COVID. But I mean, it's just sitting there. And the one at the health department, I've only been in there once and I don't know exactly how it's finished. I know the one at the fairgrounds, it's got FRP wrapped, it's got.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
But the one at the health department, I know they're just keeping storage in there. I mean, it's got a bunch of their stuff in there, so.
There's electric baseboard in it.
Yeah.
And then there's a 50 amp plug.
Oh, I was gonna ask if he had electricity in there.
Yeah, so we could, just have a Thunder Bay Electric come run a post out like a camper and.
Yeah, just kind of, yeah.
Okay. And would you want both of them?
And we could use both of them. But like I said, I don't want to take from somebody that if, I know his guys wanted a break room, but.
Yeah, there was talks about my guys getting a break room, but I mean, I think that building can be utilized much better than a break room. I mean, now that we've got the okay to start getting rid of some of this crap around, I mean, we can get our area cleaned up. get
Yeah.
That stuff out. And I don't, it was even brought up maybe building a wall in the shop. I don't really even want to do that because that's gonna take away from angles, backing stuff in, equipment. It's just, I think once we start getting rid of the stuff, I mean, I think we'll be able to have plenty enough room.
You see what you're left with, yeah.
Work with what we got and don't have to do nothing extra. And like I said, those buildings, especially the one that's at the fairgrounds, that one's in decent shape. I mean, that could be really utilized, I think, better than what we would do, so.
How would you get it moved?
I believe they got it there with Jerome's towing. I think that's what
Okay,
Yeah.
They just put on a roll.
Roll back.
Yep.
And where they're going, there's nothing, you can drive right up there.
okay.
Just roll back right off, probably put a gravel pad or something down and.
So the one in the health department's just got junk in it
Yeah,
then?
it's just got junk in it. Now, it does have, the same setup, the power is in there. Cause I know they've got a cable that runs underground and plugs into the building.
Okay.
Well, I think the one in the fairgrounds is a no-brainer. I think that, somebody ought to just make sure we're not gonna get too much pushback from the freaking people at the health department.
Well, they got problems right now, so. So,
I
I
mean,
don't think they're worried about that. But did they say, has anybody reached with it?
I guess who,
What did it
it's
say
their
about-
stuff, right?
That's what I was told, that it was purchased for the health department during COVID. And that's why they put the FRP in the one, because it has to be a clean room but they haven't touched the one in front of the fairgrounds. And the one that's out the health department, I mean, they're literally using that for storage, so that's county owned. We're not charging them for storage. I think that,
Yeah, my only concern about those is stuff that's in there's gotta go somewhere.
Right. And they do have other sheds that are out there that's supposed to be utilized, or there's actually space. If they need storage, there's space in the health department that is not leased right now. So, I mean, they've got room to put that stuff in there if we need that shed back.
Okay.
So,
okay.
But should we, well, how would you reach out to them or would our chair reach out to them? Or how would we say, get your stuff out of there, we're coming to get the building?
That's true, and that's what I have not been told, if it is county owned or if it's still. Jesse was gonna look into that, but I never heard if it was actually if they paid for it and it's theirs or.
So I'll get with Jesse and we'll do some digging into that one.
Okay.
But for now, I think we may as well.
Get the
Jesse
other one
says
moved.
we own both.
Yeah.
So, for now, we'll move the one, well, when you're ready.
Yeah.
Let me know if you need a hand prepping that site or something.
Yeah.
And get with Thunder Bay or whomever you use out there and get it set up for the electric and make sure that it's done right so it can handle the load or whatever.
I'll get with Wilson Township.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
I wanna put something there that it's temporary, I would think you could. but
yep, that's a good idea.
With, Thunder Bay Electric and just get an idea of what it's gonna cost before we go start into this.
Do you know when the next Wilson Township meeting is, Kim? I'll find out.
And quite honestly, they're gonna be used for storage. If we couldn't use them for an office, heaven forbid, we could use them for storage, other stuff. I mean, they're beautiful buildings.
Yeah. Yeah, I think honestly, if it came down to it, my opinion, and we'll see how Todd feels. If it came down to it, these would have a lot of value. We could sell it and put a lean-to on your barn. Versus just utilizing this for storage. But just,
Yeah, I would think that they probably would go for $20,000.
it's hard to
Oh,
say
wow, really?
anymore.
And they're finished on the inside.
Right, yeah, yep.
They're identical, they're identical or? They're both the
I
same?
haven't been in the other one.
Okay.
Same design, they are, I can't say they're identical, but I mean, I think they are same principle. You've got a keypad entry, you've got a roll-up door, and I'm not sure.
They got walls and everything, yeah, drywall and stuff in there.
Fairgrounds actually got two, 3-foot windows in each, of them.
Big six.
That must be this one, yeah.
That door, roll up door.
The federal government probably paid $500,000 apiece for them.
Right? So
Probably.
the only thing about,
My office there, away from
there
everybody.
you go. Yeah.
Cut a door.
I think the township's just, you won't have to go to a meeting probably and just be able to check with the zoning administrator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
So you want,
Windows, do you think they're egress if we're gonna occupy these with people?
They don't need to be as long as they're not sleeping in them.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
Yeah, I would just take the overhead roll-up door out of there and have them stud it and finish it, just so it's just not square up. That's.
Yeah. yeah, okay. Yeah, so, I guess, if someone wants to make a motion.
Yes, I'll make a motion to go ahead and proceed looking into the electrical cost for the, and then if that is, assuming that is okay, then we'll go ahead and relocate at least the one at the fairgrounds, and you were gonna check into the one, do a little homework on the, one of the health department?
Yep, I'll get with Jesse.
Anyway.
What we need to do to make them aware and get their stuff out. So, all right, we've got motion, look for support.
I'll support.
All right, very good.
Do you need help with contacting the health department? Because I'm on the health department
Yes,
board.
that'd be great if you would do
Okay,
that.
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
contact Denise, okay,
Yeah, that would be great.
okay.
And we're buzzing right through these motions and supports. Are we supposed to be voting on it? Yeah.
We hadn't any money.
I don't
Aye,
think
all in
so.
favor, aye. I always forget that.
Yeah. And we, vaguely discussed the break room for your folks.
Okay,
And when we leave, I'll take a quick ride by or I'll meet you at the fairgrounds. We'll take a quick walk through these barns and see what we're dealing with. And then, see,
I think what I'll do is I'll approach like the health department and say the county is finding a need for those and we want to come and get them and basically like that and just see how they react.
Yeah.
Okay.
yep. And if they just have stuff in there, I'm sure we can kind of work through that.
Is one of the pictures with theirs with the stuff in it?
No, I think that's ours.
Oh, that's ours, this
Yeah.
one here, okay.
The one at the fairgrounds.
At the fairgrounds, okay.
Yeah, so. Okay, so has everyone had an opportunity to view the recycling reports?
Yeah,
I mean, it seems pretty consistent, nothing jumping out here.
yeah.
So I'll look for a motion to receive and file the recycling reports.
I'll make a motion.
Support.
All right. I guess we'll say all in favor of receiving.
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, we'll receive those and file. We've already gone through, maybe we haven't. Is there any additional stuff that we didn't talk about at the fairgrounds here?
The only thing that I think I want to try to get into the budget for next year is adding dust control. Even if we do it, because we were talking about it and it's like, well, the fair comes in, they get dust control done when they're, and then after the fair, you've only got, basically 2 months left. So it's not really, but I would like to at least get one dust control from like maybe the opening of camping season in between before the fair gets there. That way we'll have a more, because it just gets so dusty and I know it's because of the fines. And we've got one of the equipment that is in the back, we've got it on the tractor, it works fine. And we haven't really played with it a whole bunch, we just kind of hit a few spots and it's working. So I've actually got the means and able of a scraper, we've got a rake now. So I want to kind of play with that, see how that goes, but it's just been so dusty before we want to do something, but there again, I don't want to go spend the money for the dust control until we can get rid of the potholes and, all that stuff, so. But at least we do have the equipment now that I think to work, we don't have to contract it out, I think we can do it ourselves now, but
Okay,
that's the only thing that and the cameras, other than that, people that we've had so far, the campers, we haven't had any issues with anybody, just a couple, small warnings here and there, but in general, so far, it's been a good, clean camping season so far, no issues, so. Been great. We got people, every time we get somebody, they're like, well, we're gonna stay one more night. We're gonna, And evidently, we've got the cleanest bathrooms in any campground in Michigan, we've been told numerous times, so
Good.
we want to try to keep it that way.
So I'll take off my county hat, and put on my vendor hat. In the past, we have sprayed our company's dust control there for the fair board. And we donate a portion of that and they pay the rest.
Gotcha.
So maybe we can work something out with them where if, we'll still donate to the fair.
Right.
But maybe they would split it with you and we could get it done sooner than later.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then it would be there for the whole summer. It would be a cost savings for them.
Absolutely.
So,
But I want to say last year, they had it done twice during the fair. So if we get that in between there and fair, maybe that will be enough to do that, they won't have to have it twice, so.
yeah. And honestly, if the surface is prepared well now,
Right.
if we put it down next week or so, it should last the remainder of the summer.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'll talk with them at the fair board, and while I'm there today, I'll measure it up and get you a quote so everybody knows where we're at.
That works.
Okay.
You said the camera is in process,
I'm working with IT. Every time I've asked him about it, he's like, well, he said, well, you're on the list. But I don't know how long this list is or when they're planning, but I mean, I think it's a safety concern that needs to be, it's one camera, it's one location that I think we can cover the whole problem issue that we had.
And do you guys have Wi-Fi in your building?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so that shouldn't be part of the factor.
An issue, and I think that we've got, the suspended ceiling, so I don't think it would be that much running the wire across there. And where we want to put it is right in the hallway, so when you walk into the bathroom from the outside, that door going into the merchant's building, put it right there. That way we catch whoever comes into the bathroom.
Yeah, and they already own the camera, you said?
Yes, I believe they said they already have a camera.
All right, I'll get with Jesse on that as well and see if we can expedite that.
Okay.
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 Great. No one here for public comment. Any other issues that we need to discuss? Okay. Next meeting, Wednesday, July 15th, here, 9 AM. Without any further ado, I'll look for a motion to close.
I'll make a motion.
adjourn.
Second.
All right, we've got motion and support to adjourn. Meeting adjourned.
Okay.
Thank you.